Hello, hello everyone. Magandang day po sa inyong lahat. This is Mentor Anna once again. It's Feb 9. It's past 10 o'clock in the evening. Kamusta? Kanina magkasama lang tayo sa Hustle and Heart with Anna and Lucci. And if you haven't watched that episode, we talk about, we shifted from autopilot to having our own purpose through the business. But if this is your first time to see me go live, ako po si Ana Montesa. I'm a former accounting and finance professional at dating isang hospital CFO, and I've worked in the corporate world for 15 years, and now I'm a proud digital business owner for 5 years. So how are you? How is your ano bang araw ngayon? Monday. Nakalimutan ko na kung araw ngayon. It's Monday, and maybe some of you are already papahinga na, or maybe you still are enjoying your dinner or having your rest muna bago sabak ulit sa ating trabaho. And kamusta? So if you have been following my business page, LinkedIn account, and YouTube channel, we are talking about anything that's related to a very important topic, right? So every Monday we have this Wake Up Mondays with Ana Montesa, and I wanted to share something real with you tonight as a fellow accountant. Now, my question to you is, have you ever gotten a salary increase and after a few months, it didn't feel like it really made a huge difference, right? So, of course, tayo as accountants, we really work hard in our jobs. We stayed late. And I know that this is the time of the year that it's a very busy one for most of accountants. It's the audit season. And also, as part of your role, you did everything right. But what happens despite you receiving your salary increases, yung bills mo, your responsibilities, and the goals that you have still feel so tight. And if that really resonates with you and you are not alone, and it's really not your fault as well. So let's look at the facts, no? That there are so many accountants and high achieving professionals. They usually get small raises. Well, from the last time that I have been working, average salary increase across the board will be around 3%, 2.5%, or maybe at most 5%. Really depends on the inflation rate, right, from the previous year. And also, it depends on your performance for the previous year. But also, what happens is, despite that you're getting the small raises that is ranging from that percentage, yung mga expenses continue to rise, year every year. And even if your skills improve, right, yung salary mo may not still reflect it that quickly. It's not because that you aren't that skilled. It's because yung salary mo, the salary growth is still limited by the company budgets and the policies, right? And of course, understanding this is really the first step to really take in control of your own financial growth, especially if you really wanted to, let's say you want to retire early, you want to travel more, you want to, save more for your leisure and travel, right? Or maybe for your family. You have a growing family, or maybe you want to give back to your aging parents, or maybe you want to travel more with your parents. But basically, you really wanted more in your life. Of course, hindi natin magagawa yun if you don't have that extra income, right? Or you don't have that, yung finances mo is really not that enough, right? And what happens when we have small salary increases, we tend to, lessen our how we spend the quality of our life, right? So I just wanted to share with you that I've also been there, no? Like in my case, back when I was still working in the corporate world, I shared this in one of my previous episodes that I really work hard to keep earning a lot of certifications in my profession. I wanted to focus more that time to improve my own skills, and I wanted to learn new things. And of course, one of the objective of really gaining so much certifications, especially in accounting and finance, or something that's related to my job description or job title, no, it's really more about professional growth. That's one. But of course, with the expectation then na yung financial growth right? Your growth in your salary will also be given to you. But actually, what really happens is, nung ginawa ko yun, I really take time to learn more until such point that whatever that I'm learning rather in relation to my profession, yung sweldo ko still felt limited. And doon ko na-realize, no, that relying on one source of income, like in this case, yung ating sweldo, even when you are excellent, even when you are a high performer, still has limits. And this isn't really failure. This is just the reality of how our job really works, how the system works, especially when you're working in a corporate world, right? So I just wanted to encourage you to now imagine, no, if part of your skills and the time could really create another income stream, one that grows without waiting for approvals, without waiting for salary adjustments, or without waiting for subject to any budget, right? Kumbaga, sky is the limit. What could that extra income give you in return? One could be more breathing space, more breathing room for you. Another would be more options, right? The more that you have extra income, the more that you can, select or arrive with better choices, right? And of course, the most important thing is you will have your own financial peace of mind. And this possibility exists, no? And tonight, I want accountants like you to see it as well. Okay? So, of course, here's the truth. Yung expertise mo is really valuable, pero yung salary mo will always have a ceiling, right? And of course, to really grow your income and options, you need another stream, right? There is no other way but to really start, additional source of income. That's why, a plan B that really works alongside your job will be the best, solution. If that is also one of your goals this year, you wanted to grow your income, right? And this is how accountants and high achieving professionals really turn yung kanilang skills into leverage without really trading more hours for more pay, right? So of course, hindi mo kailangan mo mag-quit your job or really to take big risk. You just really have to start small, just like what I did, no, 5 years ago. And some of the three things that you can also do this month, no, if you are also thinking about growing your income and instead of waiting for your yearly salary increase, adding up more responsibility in your work, is why not consider, gaining skills or maybe starting something new. So some of the things that I wanted to share with you that you can do as early as this month is February. Number one is to start picking one skill that you already have that can generate extra income, right? If you're good in accounting, maybe if you're good in consulting, right? Good in using AI tools, whatever it is that you feel like will also help you generate the income, the extra income that you need, without really taking up a lot of your time, and you can still keep your full-time job. Just go ahead and make use the make the most out of your time, right? To you know earn from that skill. Now, the second one is you can also identify one small project that you can test part-time. And I've seen there's professionals also, no, na kunyari magaling ka in a specific area in your work, and maybe there's an opportunity sa trabaho that you can, showcase your talent, right? So you can test part-time muna. And then if you see and you get good results out of it, maybe that's another project that you can work on alongside your corporate job, right? Of course, make sure lang na hindi magsasuffer ang trabaho, no, yung main source of income mo. When you start your own part-time, you really have to review how you can manage your time well, which is very important, right? Kasi kapag nag-start ka ng second stream of income, ang magiging kalaban mo talaga is really the time, right? So if you are thinking of starting another job, right, maybe part-time job, you're still trading time for money. So what happens is if you cannot report to your part-time job or your ultimate yung main source of income mo, which is your original job, tatamaan din yung iyong income source, right? So it has to be something that really blends in with your schedule. And last but not the least is you can dedicate 1 hour a week or 1 hour a day to start exploring a business, right? Of course, there's so many businesses that you can find here in the online space. You can start also a traditional one. If you're also the type of person na kaya mo ng traditional, maybe you already had past experiences in running a traditional business and you're good at it, you can also pursue that. Or you are searching for an online business, right, that you can do alongside your corporate job. That's also another thing. That's why for those who are really interested in searching for a new source of income, a business that you can run alongside your career, you can start by exploring, right? If there are so many like info webinars out there, you can start by watching those, right? Kung may nakikita kang iba-iba, you can start by watching, few videos of that and start comparing kung ano ba yung sa tingin mo na fit for you, right? Because every type of business model that you see, there may be some differences, meron ding pagkakapareho, but at least somehow, right, in order for you to select a specific business, you have to also check kung ito ba ipasok doon sa, sa hinahanap mo sa isang negosyo before jumping right in, right? Of course, yung each small step that you are, trying to do to really grow your income this year is really safe. Yung small step that you're doing. And of course, it's really measurable and it will really help you build the momentum that you need, right? So for me, the one thing that, the solution that really helped me was building my own plan B. It's really my second source of income while still working. And if you know my story, I started this business back in January of 2021. I saw the business back in 2020 nung pandemic. Back then, I just got recently promoted to CFO position. And, I was caught off guard kasi nung nag-start nga yung pandemic, I was so scared to really lose my job. So that really pushed me to search for a plan B. So I was just searching online until nakita ko nga itong business and that made me curious to really explore the business. So hindi ako very skeptic about it. I think that was divine intervention to really see the business when I needed it the most. So until I checked on the business, I did my due diligence, followed the process, and I officially started the business in 2021. So when I started the business, I didn't really quit my job that time. I didn't take huge risk. I didn't, just kumbaga resign from my corporate job. I still kept my job, and I still fulfilled my role as a CFO. And there I was. No, I was learning the business on the side. Um, while I was still working. And I built my business slowly and consistently. Right. And I've shared this in my previous episodes, no, that I was building my own business slowly, meaning like 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, kapag meron akong spare time. Most of the time, no, I build my business on the weekends kasi dun talaga yung marami akong oras. And over time, that plan B really gave me extra income. It also gave me control over my own time. And of course, it really gave me that, financial peace of mind. And I'm always sharing this with you because this is really one of the lessons that really hit me hard when I was so, kumbaga, preoccupied with my promotion. Akala ko I'm exempted, no, kapag kahit gano'n mataas yung posisyon mo, hindi ka talaga exempted. So, you will also feel that job insecurity, right? So, that really gave me a lesson. That's why I'm very passionate about sharing this from my own experience because I've been there, um, it's really a tough position to be in, But the good thing about this is I'm really grateful because I saw the business when I needed it the most. And initially, I was just, thinking of starting a plan B. I didn't know that this plan B will become my plan A, right? That's why I really want to share this with you to guide yung mga kapwa kong accountants like you toward, that there are so many options out there, right? And I'm not here to, pressure you. When I'm sharing this with you, I'm not here to pressure you into making a decision. These are just the lessons that I learned, when I was still working in the corporate world. And I think there's so many professionals still out there, na experience pa rin din nila ito. And, wag naman sana that there will be something that come up. But when you have that plan B already in place, you won't feel worried anymore because meron kang pwedeng paghugutan anytime. All right? So if this resonates and you want to explore how to add another income stream while keeping your full-time job, just comment the word extra or just send me a message so we can talk about it and let's start a conversation. Wala mo ng pressure, and what I'm doing here is I'm just sharing with you yung mga natutunan ko along the way when I was still working at ano rin yung natutunan ko when I started the business and almost 3 years in the business. It really taught me to embrace and be open to a new way of earning and living, right? So ngayon, I'm no longer working like 8 hours and above. My average time when working in the business are about 2 to 3 hours per day. And most of the time that I'm, spending my day, it's really more of learning, doing my study. So marami ako nagagawa ever since I really did the business full time. And, this is really one of the best decisions that I've made in my life because if I didn't, saw the business back in 2021, maybe until this point, I'm still there, working, and might have missed a lot of, family events. I might have abused my body. Baka hindi ko naalagaan yung sarili ko, and maybe I'm still worried about my financial future, right? So I just wanted to share with you, that sometimes the smartest move isn't really working harder. It's really more about building something smarter alongside your career. Because here in the business, I just wanted to add this here that when you build your own digital business, you will be taught to, do the plug and play system that we have here. Of course, you will have to set it up properly, but we have a very reliable back-end support team who will help us, who will help you, to build your own business. And then once you, understand how the entire system really works, which really covers about 90% of the operations of the business, you will really appreciate the business more. And ako, when I started doing the business full-time already, and, I really applied what I learned in the training, ang naiba how I really, spend my time. Naiba how I really, just imagine like earning more with working less because you have that proven system that is running already in the background. So, like in my case, kapag travel ako, spend more time with the family. So just imagine what you can do, right? When you have so many time. And if you are still working, that's not a problem. You can still run the business. There's so many business owners in our community who are also doing the business on the side because they still love, they really love working. So kanya-kanya tayo ng ano no ng decision. But it's really not a problem if you really want to run the business still on the side and you keep your full-time job. And you will still earn. And when you finally decided na gusto mo nang mag-resign, no, at least meron ka ng plan B na magiging plan A mo rin later on, right? So before we end this live, I wanted to um, say hi to our live viewers. So we have here my mom. So good evening, watching you live and learning from your topic. Thank you, Ma, for watching. And also, we have here Athena. Good evening, Ate Ana, watching you after work. And pahinga na after work. Thank you for watching also. All right. So thank you guys for watching. And for those who will catch this on a replay, I hope that you also gain insights, no, from me being, someone who also went through the same phase, who was so confident, no, na a single source of income will really solve, our financial worries. But um, I wanted you to also learn from my own experience, no, na if you have the chance or opportunity to really start your own plan B as early as today, is just go ahead, right? And you're going to thank yourself later on kapag something really happened and you already have that plan B already in place. All right, so that's it for tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow on our usual live, where tomorrow we're going to talk about mindset naman. So if that's one of the things that you also wanted to learn, so please join me again tomorrow. So maraming salamat for staying here with me. It's past 11 o'clock in the evening here in the Philippines. So thank you everybody, and bye for now.